Alright, what is up YouTube? How you doing? My name is Unrequited Solace. You can't even see all of my face today. That's just how we're going to do it. I want to lay down, I want to lean back, and if I do that, then the microphone is always going to be in between of my face and the camera. So you're never going to be able to fully see my face if I have the microphone up in front of at least my mouth like I do now. And I was playing around with, balancing audio before I started recording this video, and it really does sound like my voice comes through the clearest if my face is just right by the microphone, which I guess makes sense because I'm not talking super loudly into the microphone. I'm like, unless I'm getting wound up, usually because I'm playing DVD, but unless I'm getting wound up, then I have a pretty monotone voice, which is pretty easy to balance, and the easiest way to maintain that level of, that consistent level of audio is to just keep the microphone in front of my face. I see that my camera is a little dark. Not a whole lot I'm going to do about that, you know. That's fine. Apply, okay. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do Mirror Dungeon. We're going to do Hard Mode. We're going to use a Poise team. I was looking through my tabs to figure out what team we were going to do. We did syncing last week. It was over the weekend, in fact. I recorded that video. I uploaded it to YouTube, and I listened to it, and the audio was garbled and crap. So you're not going to see that run ever again. Not that you probably want to anyway, because it wasn't anything special. It was like a one hour hard mode run to clear 5 floors. And I'm hoping we can do the same thing here. There we go. Alright, Poise in particular, where are you? Basically, I just grabbed the ego gifts that don't apply to only a specific number of characters. You know what I mean? Alright, Poise, let's see. Okay, okay, got you, okay. Let me see. You're not really Poise specific, are you? I didn't think so. Locket I need, Nebulizer I need. I don't, okay. Endorphin kit's pretty good. We might try that. We can try Horseshoe too. But do we want to? Nebulizer again. The pistol, Endorphin. Do we need pistol? No, pistol is Rupture. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. No, I'm not. This is the wrong one. It'd be this one or this one. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, Endorphin, 4-leaf Clover. I'm going to grab Clover instead because I have a chance to see Endorphin anyway. And I think I'll go up and over because question marks are a good way to get through this quickly. No, not you. 7, 8. We're going to do it like that, I think. Because Merceau is really good, right? Bamboo-hatted Merceau is really powerful, but I feel like he's overkill for the first 5 floors, unless you're going out of your way to select nothing but like extra clash power and extra coin power and final power for the enemies. You know what I mean? Because he really shines when his skill 3 can trigger pretty consistently, and here in the early floors, his skill 3 has a decent chance to just outclash enemies because they don't have the extra juice, the extra chutzpah. So we're just gonna not use him. What's your level? 50? Okay. I was curious. The reason I checked is because I was curious to know if these enemies had their level set to 55, since this season increased the maximum level of characters to 55. Speaking of that, let me double check. Yeah, OBS makes it look like the audio is pretty good. It might be a little quiet to you guys, honestly. I'm not sure. I struggle balancing audio. Someday I'll get it right. Today's probably not that day, though. We're going to let it be. We're going to let it be. I think that's fine. Regardless, I assume that when the next season's... Well, I mean this season, when the next iteration of Mirror Dungeon is released, I assume... Question mark, baby. Can I click that? Good lord. We're not fighting you. Okay, we don't have to. Slash, though. Do this. There we go. But, like, I assume the next iteration of Mirror Dungeon is going to have enemies start at level 55. And, you know, if every floor on hard mode anyway, you're taking 2 bonuses and 2 drawbacks, that's usually going to level up enemies at minimum twice. And I'm going to say on average 3 times. Maybe it's more like 4 times, but something like that, right? And so that's at least 3 or 4. Well, minimum would be 2, right? If you're taking two different drawbacks, right? It'd be at minimum 2 extra offense level and defense. Why am I doing 3? 2 different offense level and defense level, plus whatever the drawback is that buffs the enemy. So I don't really know where I was going with that, but you know. Nice. Well done, well done. Oh, and Walor, if you're watching this VOD, keep an eye out for Honglu. Deal? Because you were asking me about full stop office Honglu, so this is a demonstration for you. It was not intentional, mind you. That's just kind of how the how my team's rotation worked out. But still, yet it worked out in your favor. You get to kind of see how powerful Honglu is without Heathcliff. And I promise you, Honglu is plenty powerful without Heathcliff. Sure, maybe you get more damage out of Honglu's follow-up attack, or maybe it's Heathcliff who has the follow-up attack. I mean, there's an example, right? His skill 3 almost casually deleted that Incorp guy. So, welcome to Honglu, right? Welcome to full stop office Honglu. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. P plus enter. That way I can just kind of lean back, right? This is very cozy. Very, very cozy. Relatively speaking. Thank you, Gregor. Oh, it's not Gregor, my bad. Speaking of not Gregor, but Merceau, have any of you guys checked out the new identity that released for Merceau? Oh, man, it looks neat. Like, I almost want to get Merceau and Sinclair for my trimmer team, because that special type of trimmer looks kind of fun to play. Oh, right. I need my mouse again so I can do this. I need, slash isn't bad. Oh, but that's only, slash. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Nope. Oh, crap. I'm a dunce. Oh, I am big dumb. Do that for me. Refresh for free. I need poise. Thank you. Oh, I didn't think about what I was doing. Trimmer. Grimy iron stake. Single coin sell. No. Yeah, I didn't need to get this, but this is fine. What do I need to fuse in particular? Let me see. The locket I've got. Okay. Horseshoe, I think I'm getting at the end of this floor. Okay. 4-leaf clover, and then I need leave. I need, what is that? Recollection of a certain day? Yeah. I don't know when I'll get that, but I'll find it eventually. I missed out on an endorphin kit. That would have been nice to get. Angel's Cut and Devil's Share would have been huge too. I feel like I always struggle getting those two. Nebulizer, I definitely want. Don't need it. But, I mean, if I get enough other Poise gifts, I don't need it. But it's always nice to have. Yeah. Thinking of, I'm not sure that I have all the achievements for finishing a run with X amount of ego gifts under a certain status effect category. I think I've come close to a lot of them, and I just never do quite get it across the mark. Maybe I should, you know? Maybe I should try to make it happen. But at the same time, I stand by what I've said before. I don't think I really want to waste a whole lot of time grinding out Mirror Dungeon for achievements. Because, like, the maximum, let's be honest here, right? The maximum achievement level, if that makes sense, gives you, it gives you just a little, what was it? Just a little account banner, right? An animated banner? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. If it was like a 10 pull guaranteed, like a Deca extraction, I think is what they call it, with a 3-star guarantee, I'd be like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe I'll give it a shot. Alright, we're done with the first boss. Go figure. Random tier 2. Excellent. Yeah, I want this. Defense skill, final power is spooky, but we'll do it. Defense level down is actually kind of huge. Max HP. Let's do defense level. It's that or the damage taken on Sticky Muck. And Sticky Muck would be good because it lowers defense level, but the endorphin kit, that's guaranteed endorphin. Nebulizer's nice, but I'd rather do endorphin on one of these two. Two different Hell's Chicken Badoopers. What am I looking for in particular? Endorphin for sure, and then what is it? Portrait of Recollection of a Certain Day. Not Portrait of a Recollection, but that's an interesting one. That's an interesting name anyway. I don't see it. Now I see Devil's Share down here. Yeah, Lunar Memory, holy crap. It'd be funny if it showed up. Because I could speed run like a mofo if I got that. Alright, probably this for Endorphin. Unloving, I really don't want to deal with the boss in Unloving. It's not difficult, just time consuming. Alright, what about you? I mean, I don't need Finnefugality. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Hell's Chicken for the guaranteed endorphin kit. And then I still need Portrait, but that's, you know, one thing at a time. So did any of you guys, on a bit of a tangent, did any of you guys check out the Project Moon roadmap stream for the rest of this year anyway? The roadmap for the rest of this year? I'm kind of annoyed from what I saw of the stream. I didn't watch it very closely, mind you. I had a fan translation pulled up on the side, if I'm being honest. But I'm kind of annoyed. It didn't sound like they announced actual dates for a lot of the events. I wish they would have said when the Arknights collab is coming out. I wish they would have given us dates for when the next Mirror Dungeon is coming out. I wish they would have given us dates on Walpurgis. Or did they and I'm crazy? Maybe they did say when Walpurgis is coming out. It's been a hot minute, right? So, you know, whatever the case. Boom. There we go. Sure, give yourself slash damage up. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Not quite enough for a kill. Excellent. Alright, we're done with that. But I am super stoked for Walpurgis. Ooh, double question mark. That saves a bunch of time. Keywordless. Bleed. I'd rather do bleed. Good luck, dude. Well, damn. Nothing happened? Yeah. Alright, not a big deal. We're gonna hit this up next. Chicken's chicken, duh. Yeah, we'll do the burn and rupture. Really no reason not to. Alright. That's a super shop, man. That is a super shop this early. Floor 2 and we're getting a super shop. I'm okay with it, by the way. I mean, you know. A super shop is always great. Always wonderful to have. But yeah, I looked at the Walpurgis Night thing. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see. I think that's a Faust identity, isn't it? A Faust identity. I'm stoked. I kind of wonder if it's going to be officially considered Black Silence or not. I'm not sure if it will be, you know. Boom. If you don't know what I'm talking about, sit down and play Library of Ruina. You'll love it. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you won't love it at all. Alright. Not quite enough for a kill. Cool. Not quite enough for a kill. You guys have done that twice now. Cool. I can always rely on Hong Lu to just eat us, delete us the screen. Alright. Now, I need to keep an eye out for the ego gifts that I'm digging for, right? I want you no matter what. I definitely want you. I kind of want to give you a skill 3. Yeah. Fuse, right? It's gonna be Poise, I know that much. I gotta think for a second. What am I missing? I'm missing, I'm getting endorphin at the end of this floor, so I gotta be careful here. 1, 2, 3. Tier 2, 90% chance. That's nebulizer. Not what I was looking for, but I'm not gonna complain. That's actually kind of good. Wait, what is this? Inflicting burn. Yeah, that's never gonna matter. Is this rupture? Yeah, with skills against enemies. That's not gonna matter either. Do I have anything else I can comfortably sacrifice? No, but this is tier 4 Poise. Fragment of Conceit. And the Burning Badoober. Sticky Muck is really good. Yeah, hitting an enemy with Pierce. We'll go ahead and take it. I can refresh, but I may not be able to afford. Yeah, do I want the urn? I kind of want this. Kind of want to give you a full stop to life, yo. I'm broke, but I mean, that'll be fine. We've got Sticky Muck, which means the enemies are going to have defense level down pretty much every turn, because we've got Poise, or Pierce. We've got plenty of Pierce in this team. There we go. Plenty of Pierce in this team. And, what else did we wind up getting? We got Nebulizer, which is really good for just getting a early ramp up on Poise, right? So we'll be doing very well. Okay. Okay. Better. Wonderful. Alright, he's got 9 stacks of 10 bleed on the other body part. Chicken bucket. Well, that's been bullied. He couldn't use his last coin there. Honglu couldn't use that last coin because he because he actually severed the chicken bucket. Thank you. Nice little relentless stabbing. Good old coin reuse. Thank you, Honglu. That is 2 chickens dead this turn. Ooh, you got a lot of bleed on you. Alright, you're dead next turn. You might be dead this turn? Nah. But yeah, you're dead this turn. We staggered you, and so we just had to do some pretty comfortable damage, and we could take care of you. Alright, floor 2 out of the way, by the way, in case you're keeping track, right? Keeping score. Give me... Hey, Twinkling Vestige. So nothing uber valuable, but I mean, I did want endorphin. Offense level. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That marinade sounds really good compared to the alternatives. I need this. Unless there's a good reason to hit up something else. We're gonna do this because that'll let us do one of the 2 fusions. And then Angel Share and Devil's Cut are going to just take a while. It really legitimately feels like they always do. I'm going to go up and over. Fine, I'll fight you for the Poise. I don't think... Oh yeah, I don't need either of them. One of them's 4-leaf clover and the other one's emerald elytra. And I already have 4-leaf clover, so that's just going to be another Twinkling Vestige or whatever it's called. And the elytra, I forget how it works. I think it gives poise to your faster characters, or maybe I'm wrong. Nice. So we are hopefully going to break his arm on this turn. Well, not at this rate. Well, we did break the head, which is something anyway. Not quite enough to break that arm. Okay. Broken arm. The head is broken too, so this guy's not having a good day. You know? Alright, the body is not really staggerable. It's got a stagger threshold, but it's basically at HP 0, so it's not going to matter. And 2-turn boss fight. Because Poise is silly. I mean, Poise is silly, but if I'm also being honest, there we go. If I'm being honest, these guys are much, much newer than that boss was, if that makes sense, right? That boss was released pretty early into the game's life cycle, right? And so... Okay, cool. And so... and so, you know, having newer characters that are released for the purpose of handling newer challenges, more difficult challenges, having newer characters go against earlier, weaker challenges tends to be, you know, unfair on the computer side, right? On the games side. It gives the player a very healthy advantage, is what I'm trying to say. And healthy is being polite about it, right? It's a bit of a sugarcoat, I guess. Thank you. We got the stagger. P plus enter. There are 10 of these guys, and we have yet to kill one. Never mind. Wonderful. So there are 3 guys left? Period? We've already killed 7 then? I wasn't sure if there were 3 left or if they are only displaying 3 at a time. Nah, it was that. Well, then again, at the beginning of the fight, there were more than 3 guys on the field, weren't there? I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it would be, you know, otherwise. Let's do this. I don't know what this fight is. We don't really have a choice, but... Hooray, another enforced abnormality fight. Oh shit. This guy is so obnoxious. Out of all of the different bosses you could have had me go against, game, why did it have to be the guy who has built-in stall strats? Because I want to get out of this fight. I also want to get off stream so I can take my shirt off. It is so humid and so hot here in this basement. Okay. Not quite a stagger on the blades, which is probably for the best because this guy is just going to run away at the end of this turn. Yeah, take 164 damage. Yeah, part broken. Alright, so the goal is to not go all in on a single duber. Why? Which one are you? Coin power? Yeah, that's a no-no. Speed I can live with. Yeah, I can... Maybe I shouldn't live with it. Okay. Actually, how many... You don't need to go down there. Let's have you do this. Alright, I don't know how many of these guys can actually... Guess I could be looking at these numbers, couldn't I? That'd be too easy, though. 61, that is a one-shot. Alright, almost killed that guy. Alright, that portal's dead. Cool. Yeah, we killed 3 of the portals. I usually struggle to kill all 4 portals in a single turn. I can usually live with that. Like, this is probably not the best one to do, but it gave him more, you know, since it gave him more damage, but, you know, damage doesn't matter as long as you're never taking it. Please beat that. There we go. Oh, Impale. I thought he was doing relentless stabbing, so I was looking forward to the extra damage. Hopefully by the end of this turn we get his health below the threshold that prevents him from using his stall strats again. I assume we're close, but I'm not positive. Never mind. Gregor just got like a turbo critical and just deleted everything. And that's fine with me. That is a-okay with me. Give me Zippo, yeah. And then a question mark again. We're not fighting you. Keywordless, yeah. I like this guy, but I want to get out of the match, right? Or out of the mirror dungeon run. You know how it is. You know how it is. These live service games, they slowly, maybe not so slowly, become just busy work. Poise. What am I missing here? Could do this, right? Oh, that's just crap. A tier 3 Poise toy is fine, but not what I'm looking for. What else could I give up? Like that, maybe. Tier 4? That's what I was looking for. Still got a tier 2 as compensation. 60, 90% tier 2. And, okay. I need to combine you with the locket. And then I take the locket and I combine you with the horseshoe and the 4-leaf clover. Excellent. Now the one thing I'm missing, 2 things, would be Devil's Share and Angel's Cut. So what I'm going to do is enhance. There we go. Cool. So now we're doing 2.5 times damage on crit. I don't think I'm going to strongly need this, but I'll take phlebotomy for sustain, and then we're probably going to be good for the rest of this run. Like, it usually doesn't get super hard by floor 5 unless you actively take all of the drawbacks that turbo enhance enemies. Oh god. It's been a while since I've gone against this guy, and why are we struggling with our clashes? That's unfortunate here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So go ahead and intercept something, right? Oh, I think I had you intercept the wrong thing. No, you actually have 2 things attacking you. Where's this? Okay. And then Gregor can do that. Okay, so we have 1 thing that's going to hit Faust for a smidgen of damage. It's 1 coin. It's going to slap, but, you know, we'll get through it. Excuse me. Alright, so she did considerable damage to the body. Almost staggered that leg. Please win. Please win. Thank you. Dang, dude. Alright. Really good damage to that tail, too. Alright, 318 damage. Not bad, not bad. We should be able to intercept. Yeah, we're intercepting those 2 attacks. And now we've staggered a different body part. And excellent. Welcome to Poise teams, by the way. They, on average, have pretty healthy clash power, or at least it feels that way. I guess I probably shouldn't speak since I play so much Mirror Dungeon. Give me the money. Right? Like, Mirror Dungeon can heavily skew how you see these guys. This is fine. Offense level base, no. Give me that since I already have that. What is this? Floor 4? I don't want to fight you. I do not need Townpour, but, I mean, yeah. That's extra pride damage on crit. I'd say just do this. Let's just do this. We'll be okay. It's the bot gak, but it shouldn't matter too much. Do I want to do... Oh god, that's gonna hurt. We'll do this instead. Because I want to skip fighting Kurokumo. What's his name? June? I really don't want to deal with Captain June. Because he hits like a truck. You should not be struggling here. There we go. Got a stagger on you on the first turn. And Hong Lu is casually rolling a 40 with his skill 3. That's better than a lot of ults. I mean, Faust was rolling a 37, right? I think it's the lucky, what's it called? Lucky pouch? Yeah, I really think it's lucky pouch that's giving final power, coin power, something like that. I'm not strongly paying attention, mind you. Because for a lot of these fusion ego gifts in particular, no, you, it's 36, do that. 46, 43. Alright, and then what are you? No, you do that. That'll work, mostly. Why are we struggling here? Dominating. And then who else is? Oh, it's just Hong Lu. Do that. Intercept both of those attacks. Excellent. Alright, so Hong Lu has guaranteed crits because he's got 25 poise potency. That's good. Cool. Don Quixote has 50 poise potency. It's harder to maintain stacks, right? Which should be expected, but still. Nice. Alright. Well, that was a decent fight. A decent, you know, starting fight for this floor. I'm gonna take the money. We'll hit this up. And then we'll hit up the question mark next, probably. I could be wrong, right? I might decide otherwise, but that's probably how we'll do it. Boy, 21. You're such a monster, Hong Lu. Oh, man. But I guess that's Walpurgis Night for you, isn't it? Walpurgis Night characters do tend to kind of outperform standard characters.
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이구려. 그 삶의 마침표를.
Cool. So Hong Lu just took out 2 enemies this turn because he's Hong Lu. Just back-to-back skill 3s. That's all you needed. Alright. We can do basic fight and then slide into a question mark. Instead of question mark into challenge fight. Because these enemies seemed to be easier to take out, and well, it's a chain battle anyway, but, you know, that means I can just go ahead and select my abilities and hope for the best. Whereas with the challenge fight, since against the Pekatula, whatever they're called, since you technically could choose your targets, you know, it might have been something worth doing. choosing your targets might be something worth doing. And let's be honest, it's always going to take longer for you to choose your targets by hand than it is to press P and then enter on your keyboard. That's how you really save time, by the way. You just, you know, you just autoplay.
내가 시범을 보이지.
14, he just casually deletes that guy. Yeah, something is giving my guys a ton of power. And I'm all for it. I should probably check and see what it is. I just don't care that much. But yeah. Alright, another one bites the dust. And Hong Lu's gonna delete this guy, because it's a skill 3 he's using. Yeah, he didn't need that third coin. Which is not uber surprising. Alright, 360 with her skill 3. And another nearly 360 with her skill 3. Alright, we're gonna hit the question mark. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. Excellent.
계획을 세워두면 이런 것도 어렵지 않답니다.
Blade lineage, that's fine. Very high. Black ledger. If there are 4 more, there aren't. So it's not gonna matter. Whoa, crushed memory, not the one I need. Don't want to upgrade Merceau's crap because I'm not really using him anyway. Poise really quickly, see what we can get, like this in particular. Give me double share. Faust can have another skill 3. I can afford one more Poise upgrade. I don't need you. Maybe I'll grab you. I don't know. What am I missing? Angel's Cut, which is a tier 2. Do I have a whole lot that I can comfortably get rid of? Single coin or pride? No, we're going to keep that. That's huge for our team. Can we drop anything else? Not justifiably, not safely. Maybe this? Yeah. Drop Perversion. I think we'll be okay. Old Wooden Doll. That's definitely the one I was looking for, game. We're going to go ahead and back out and jump into the Bamboo Hat fight. It's not going to be that difficult, right? Or it shouldn't be. This is floor 4. We're not talking floor, 10. What am I doing there? Okay. Nice. Have a whole bunch of bleed, bud. Alright, 5 stacks of 16 bleed. Nothing overwhelming, but, more damage is more damage. Alright, he's going to guzzle through his bleed. He's going to finish off those bleed stacks. Really, really hard to maintain a lot of bleed on enemies when they have an ocean of coins, right? Cool. And we staggered him. Alright. So we're doing 2.5 times damage for every crit, and we're doing double damage right now because he's staggered, so that's cozy. Alright, and you have to skip the rest of this turn, so it's GG for you. Welcome to Poise, where you just Oonga Boonga to death. Very straightforward team composition, right? Nice. Alright, final floor, final chance to get Angel's Cut or the Harpoon prosthetic leg. I hardly ever, for what it's worth though, I hardly ever run the, I've already got you. That's not worth. Final power, damage taken, coin power. I guess we're going to do final power. Downpour's not going to matter too much, but Yeah, Slash is going to be pretty good for this team. I don't care too strongly, I guess. Yeah, I don't need these bonuses because we're done after this. I don't want to do Heartbreaking. I might do this floor. This floor might be fine. Yeah, let's do this floor, or this booster pack. Hopefully it's not Cassetti, because I don't want to deal with his stall strats. You know, kind of a silly reason, a silly reason to not want to fight a boss, but you know, this is weekly stuff, right? It's weekly mirror dungeon, and so I'm kind of to that point where like I'd like to not play. I'm kind of getting burnt out, but at the same time, premium currency is premium currency, you know. And I guess I could arguably just step away from the game for a while and then come back when I feel like it and just grind resource crates to shard whatever I want. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm better off just doing a little bit of work a bit at a time instead of trying to do, you know, instead of putting it all off till later, right? Procrastination versus not procrastination, for lack of a better word. I don't know. Yeah, of course Honglu's going to delete them because these guys are weak to Pierce. Go figure. A lot of the story identities for Chapter 5 are Pierce identities. So go figure that the identities released during a given chapter are strong for that chapter. Who would have guessed, you know? Cool. And Dead Tom's dead. I think I'm just going to go ahead and close the fusion cheat sheet. I don't need that anymore. I'm probably going to go up and over for the question mark instead of dealing with whatever that boss fight is. There we go. All right. So this match is actually, or this mirror dungeon run is actually going very quickly. I know I've complained about mirror dungeon taking way too long, you know, to grind out, but this is looking like a record for me, which I think is, you know, further reinforcing a lesson I've needed to learn. Like instead of hitting up every question mark imaginable, or I'm sorry, the other way around, instead of hitting up every fight imaginable, if I'm only going to play for the first 5 floors anyway, I should just, you know, hit up those question marks as often as possible. Please win. Damn it. It's relentless stabbing, I think. I think that's what was run. Oh, I clicked out of the Badoober. There we go. Clicked out of the game. But yeah, I should be running, or I should be, yeah, hitting up the, what are they called? The activity tiles, event tiles, the question marks is what I call them. Because if I could hit those up, then it seems like these mirror dungeon runs go a lot faster, right? According to OBS, we're only 43 minutes into this run, which is a record for me. Whoops. P there. All right. Double question mark. That's called RNG, baby. Do this. This is fine. It'll be painkillers or phlebotomy, but we already have phlebotomy. Thank you. First aid. Oh, I thought it was painkillers. No, it could be first aid kit instead. We pray here, right? And if we win, we just get money. Nope. I thought you used to. Hit this up, and then this will be the last match before the boss. And there's a super shop right at the tail end. Personally, I don't think I care. Like, I could try to make, say, not, what is it called? Not fractured memory. It's punctured memory. I could maybe try to get punctured memory for the extra pierce. Or what's the slash one? Is it sundered memory? Or fragment? Is that what is it? They're called fragments instead of memories? I don't remember. I know what I'm talking about. One of the big three. One of the three components for lunar memory. I could do that, but I think it's overkill for this team. It's going to be faster to just get in and get out. Alright. And place your bets now. Who do you think the final boss is going to be? Is it Cassetti? Is it the Barber? Or is it going to be... what was the last thing? What was the other boss it could be? Is it the... what's his face? The fairy? I forget what he's called, right? The four-leaf clover fairy? The Poise fairy? That would work. You know, come to think of that, isn't the gluttonous fairy the one that's thematically about putting that drink down on the ground that you have to attack to get rid of tipsy or whatnot? Well, I mean, isn't he a fairy too? And I don't remember if he is more gluttony themed or sloth. I want to say it's gluttony, right? So we have one poise, or I guess pride focused fairy, and one gluttony fairy. Would that be right to say? Give me that. Give your skill 3. Give me, yeah, Pierce. Refresh again. Thunder Branch. I don't think I need any of this. I can enhance. It may not be the right thing to do, but I can enhance. Okay, maybe. I could enhance Downpour, because if you enhance it, it becomes stupid. Stupidly powerful. Do this for a little bit of extra bleed. And we're just going to roll through pretty quickly, and then we're done. To battle. Alright, yeah. 47 minutes into the recording, baby. This is a record. Hey, it's the Barber. I'm glad you're happy. You won't be for much longer. Cool. I mean, she does have a lot of health, so it's gonna take a hot minute to get rid of her, but I'm pretty sure it's still GG for her. Ooh, your max is her minimum. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, oh shit. Guys, I wanted to autoplay. Alright, if I gotta use my brain, I will. Somewhat. Dominating hopeless. Who's hopeless? Well, that's not gonna work. Do this for me, bud. Excellent. Have a nice day. We do need to lower her sanity, because if she starts accumulating fat stacks of sanity, then she's going to become a reasonable threat, right? Not an overwhelming threat, but still. Something more dangerous than what we want to deal with. And she technically consumes, what do you call it? Blood Feast. So that's gonna hurt us since we are kind of a Poise and Bleed hybrid team. Dang, almost staggered you. Oh yeah, because you have unbreakable coins. Alright, so screw you and your unbreakable coins. This may not kill you this turn, but, you know. Oh, okay, it's not going to. And we're gonna do enough damage to go past that other stagger threshold, sadly. So we're kind of wasting that stagger threshold, you know? Alright, 917 health left. Anybody struggling? Yeah, of course, Gregor is. Do this for me, Ledger Domain, AoE, bleed, and paralyze. Not that the paralyze really matters, since he's the last person to take a turn on the team, so we're not going to get a lot of mileage out of it. Cool. She's going to die probably before Gregor, yeah, before Gregor gets to do anything, because we accumulated so much bleed on her. And that's a wrap, yo. That is a sub 1 hour mirror dungeon run. The recording's been going on for 50 minutes. I'm not going to keep playing. Like I said, I'm not in the best of moods. I just kind of hate to not stream. So that's it. Claim that bad boy. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me on YouTube. I appreciate it. There will be another mirror dungeon run eventually. Don't know when, but it'll happen again. That's just how these things work. All right, take it easy.